one of my favorite beaches, one of my favorite real Florida beaches, we'll put it that way, that I love going to. And that beach is known as Tables Beach. Tables Beach, which is located on the property of Patrick Space Force Base. That used to be Patrick Air Force Base, but now it is Patrick Space Force Base. So that is where we are. So that noise you hear, actually, we got the cars over this way. So that's the base housing. It's over that way. And through here is the entrance to Tables Beach. So I'm actually going to take you guys on Tables Beach so you can check things out. I see you, Lonnie. I see you, Keck. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm on YouTube's native app, so the chat happens to disappear. Hello, Andy Masterson. It is a brisk 66 degrees. If you are from the up north or Midwest, this is downright tropic. It's nice enough during the day to go to the beach here in Florida. This far down in Florida, it's kind of like, is it warm enough to go to the beach or not? So it's actually very, very comfortable. The only thing that's uncomfortable, I would say, is the water, because it is very cold. We're not getting that current up from the Caribbean. So it is, the water is, I would say, maybe about 40 degrees. Very cold. This time of year, Floridians aren't really trying to go into the water, per se. Not really trying to do that. So you can see all these mangroves that are here. This is what I call one of the off the beaten path beaches. It's kind of very cheap getaway to get to do. Even in the height of tourist season, it's not too bad. But it's not a beach that you will find unless you are actually out looking for it. Hey, I see you there, my dear. Good seeing you, and Happy New Year, of course. So you've got like benches if you want to sit. But remember, this is an actual nature preserve, so there's all kinds of possible critters, so look before you sit. Also, make sure you have some shoes to wear, because not only can the sand be very hot, but even when it's not hot, it's just annoying when the sand gets everywhere. Hey, Mike has bad knees. You were stationed at Patrick? Very cool. I noticed the base housing is much improved. The base housing didn't used to look so great, but they've done a great job with it. So out here, of course, is the Atlantic Ocean. That's my little Glow Nana tent, which I absolutely love. Got off of Amazon. It's got LED lights in the front, place to stow your drink. It's amazing and folds down really, 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 really nice. So let's see what I'm gonna do. Kind of walk up and down the beach a little bit. Not gonna be live for very long. Thought maybe 20 minutes. It's a gorgeous day. I figure I'd let you all see what the beach is like here. So I'll tell you what, we will go down this way. So to get to Tables Beach, some people are probably wondering how you get there. So from Orlando, I take the scenic route. I take the Beeline Expressway, aka the Beach Line Expressway, which is 528. It is a toll road. Same road people take to get to the cruise terminal port. So you take that until you get onto A1A South, and you stay on A1A South until you hit Patrick Air Force Base or Patrick Space Force Base. Turn in, lots of parking, and there's the beach. Mike Has Bad Knees says it's a good beach if you don't want to be seen by many people. Absolutely. That's why I love it. It's not very commercial, but if you want to go to a beach that's very nice, that's very nature, that is very what I like to call real Florida, this is kind of where you want to go. Like case in point, let's see if I can blow this up. We've got our fishing ships out there. There. And I'll walk back up a little bit further, but this dot up here in the upper right, we'll say not there, that little dot. That is the vehicle assembly building at the Space Center. Absolutely, Mike Has Bad Knees. You can watch launches from there as well. So when I worked at the Kennedy Space Center, of course, I watched it from the launch complex. But when I didn't feel like dealing with security and going up there, here's where I'd go to watch it. It's perfect. You have a gorgeous, unobstructed view with plenty of parking. Sorry, that flipped up for a little bit. It's beautiful. There's some brave people that are like out there in the water. Not gonna be me, because it's too cold for me. But it's nice to go and put your feet in. And like I said, if you're from up north, this is perfect. You're like, this is absolutely perfect weather. Positive Fandom says it's rainy and a mild 45 degrees. Oh, I'm so sorry it's raining right here. Oh. Hello, Scott Hughes. It's good afternoon. Well, good afternoon to you. We're here at Tables Beach, the Patrick Space Force Base. Let's see, I think that's a sandpiper over there. He is looking for sandworms. So as the tide comes in, you'll see these sandpipers stick their beaks in the sand to pull sandworms out. As a kid, I used to love to chase them because they walk funny. So we were bratty kids and we would just like chase the sandpipers. We didn't care about, there's another one. We didn't even care about seagulls. Scott Hughes says, Lorena, have you ever been to any South Carolina beaches? I have not. I've been to one in Georgia, actually on a Tybee Island. But I have not been to South Carolina beaches yet, though. I'm hoping to sometime soon. This is also a really nice beach if you have kids and you don't want to deal with a whole lot of people. It's really nice. And just nice and, just nice and quiet. Okay, these are seagulls. Do not feed them. Just saying. Just saying. Because they will steal your food. This is also another really nice beach that if you want to fish, it's perfect. Let's see, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's someone up there. They have 2 fishing poles already. You can just basically put your fishing pole, stick them in the sand, and just fish. It's like nothing around, no one around. Last time I saw someone fishing on the beach, they actually caught a baby hammerhead shark. And the skin was so cool to like touch because it was like sandpaper. But he had to throw it back because it was a baby, so couldn't keep it. So you find something? No. Great wildlife out here. I'm fascinated by beach wildlife. Hey, theme park casual. It says, hey kids. I'm stalking a sandpiper. He caught my attention. Okay. I'll let him go get his food. Mike has bad knees. Yeah, that is the one drawback about this particular beach. It's basically bring your own everything. The only thing that's provided are public toilets. That's it. Public toilets. You need to bring everything else. Like for me, I brought like my lunch, my snacks, my bottled water, everything. But it is a nice, it's a nice trade-off. But you're right, that's something to be aware of. Bring pretty much everything that you need, that you think you might need, because it's better to need it, not need it and have it, than have it and not need it. So let's see. And another way you can tell it's Florida, people aren't really walking out here in the beach in their bathing suits. They've got on, you know, your shorts, top. I have on a sundress and a top. But when it's like the dog days of summer, everybody's out here in their swimsuits. But it's beautiful and it's peaceful out here. Scott Hughes says if you ever come to South Carolina, just avoid the actual Myrtle Beach, but any of the suburbs of Myrtle Beach. Oh, okay. I was in Myrtle Beach once, but not the beach. I had to actually stop by a BMW dealership. That's what happened. But the traffic was insane. Oh my God. It's crazy traffic. Yeah, so there's someone there fishing. Let's stay at 2 on. 2 poles. That's how you know they're serious, when you got 2 fishing poles out there. Everything. Dude is just chilling. This is like the life right now. The real Florida life. You just roll up to some out of the way place and just chill with nature. Positive Fandom says surf fishing is cool. I'm not great at fishing though. And she says he's catching dinner. Oh yeah. This is like something I used to do with my family. We would come to the beach and fish, or we would go to the river and fish. Fishing is, out here like this, is definitely a Florida family activity. On the way driving on 528, when I think after you cross over the Banana River, you see people like parked on the side, got like their lawn chairs and coolers and everything, and all they're doing is fishing, the whole family. I wonder what he winds up catching. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Let's see, he's gonna check the pole right now. So let's see if he gets something. I don't want to invade people's space. I'm kind of like at a polite distance. I'm curious. I wonder if he caught a shark. folks in here. Thank you so very much. This is Reina Creole. I'm on staycation. Hadn't planned on streaming, but I was at this gorgeous beach and it's beautiful out here today. And I know some of you watching are some very, very cold temperatures. So I figured, why not share? And why not share some of the real Florida? Like one of the reasons that I came here. Okay, he didn't get anything. But no worries. It's not about catching everything. It's about being out here in the gorgeous weather. No phones. No iPads. Just you and nature. Barry on says, yeah, it's snowing here. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear it's snowing. Says, same here. My family fished, but we were in Montauk, Sagaponack, or Sag Harbor. Those family fishing trips are really memorable, aren't they? I know when I was little, my job was to protect the fish bucket so that seagulls and other critters wouldn't come and try to steal your fish, because they will do it. Other birds will steal your fish. And I would hate catching catfish because the catfish would swallow the whole, like the hook and everything, so I couldn't unhook the fish myself, so I had to wait for an adult to cut it off the line. Catfish are so ugly, but they taste so good fried. So also, another reason I like telling people about this particular beach, especially if you're at the theme parks, you don't have to spend every day at the theme park. You really don't. And in a way, it's kind of good that if you can, take a day, get on 528 and head due east. Head due east to Tables Beach and just enjoy real Florida, you know, because Florida is not just Disney. Is this guy like skateboarding on the beach? Is he skateboarding? I don't know, he's got something. Oh, it's some kind of weird, okay. I'm like, what the heck is that thing? This is the other neat thing about uncrowded Florida beaches. You can see all kinds of cool stuff that happen here. Awesome. Let's see. I saw some questions in here. Oh, your dad always threw the fish back? Positive feed? Really? Mine, they didn't throw a fish back unless it was too small, because they didn't want to get in trouble with Fish and Game. Scott Hughes says, will you be returning to Toxic Femininity anytime soon? You are sorely missed. I missed the show, but unfortunately, between work and life, Monday nights just aren't viable for me anymore. So I miss folks, and they know I miss them. So tell the audience I definitely miss them too. Work and life just convene. So that's what took me away. Thomas Bowman says the worst thing about fishing is when you just want to get the line wet and you limit out in about 2 hours. Well, that and having Fish and Game bird dog you all day. So that's what I'm talking about. Especially in Florida, they Fish and Game, they keep a keen eye on you. Hey, Jeffrey Nelson said, have a fun day at the beach, Miss Creole. Well, I am having an amazing, amazing day. I'm loving it. That's why I had to share it with you guys. Especially to share real Florida, because that's kind of one of the things that I like to share with you guys. I mean, yeah, I'm in the theme parks a lot because I love the theme parks too, but also love checking out all of the other cool things that are in this state and that you can do in this state. I mean, I'm out here on the beach the beginning of January. Oh, let's see. I think that's a cruise ship way, 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 way out there. Speaking of cruise ships, I saw this gorgeous Norwegian cruise ship and also one of the newest Disney ships as well. I may have to check and see if I can do a 3-day cruise on the cheap, since it only takes me an hour to get to the port. Mike has bad knees, says I want one of those one-wheel boards. They definitely look like fun. I hadn't seen them before, so that's cool. Hello, Johnny U2 says nice weather. Yes, it is indeed. My friend wants me to move there with him. I love St. Augustine. St. Augustine is beautiful, pricey, but beautiful, especially with the history. That's basically where my family's history started in Florida. I love visiting St. Augustine. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Again, very real Florida. You'll love it. Definitely consider. Okay, dude, what are you looking for? Sandpiper. He's looking for sandworms. Let me see if I can get closer to him. Yes, I'm stalking you. They don't like the water when the surf comes in either. Oh, and some of it caught my foot. Oh, it's cold. There he goes. Doesn't look like he's having any luck finding sandworms. He's like, bump that surf, I'm out. Jeffrey Nelson says, I've spearfished with a Hawaiian sling quite a bit on Guam for what that's worth. That sounds really cool. That sounds extremely cool. I like seeing how people fish in different areas, so that just fascinates me. Again, when you have a family that's a family activity to go fishing. I mean, we did not go to the market to buy fish. That was considered to be very bougie. So we get like all the fishing poles and go out and get our own fish, and then gut the fish, which is a really, really gross thing to do. But I'm glad I have that talent now. There's some wind, so I apologize for the wind noise. Hey, Jerry Noza says that surf looks a little flat. We do not have very high turbulent surf in Florida unless there's a hurricane. If there's a hurricane that's coming, practically everybody is out there trying to surf because of how big the waves get. These are nice skimboarding waves, you know, kind of nice to do that, but nothing to seriously surf to, unless a hurricane is coming, and that's dangerous, but people do it anyway. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here. Oh, thank you, Hominus. It is really kicking up. I don't have an external mic. Let's see. I think it's ABIQ Funky. ABIQ Quirky, I'm sorry. Says, just tuned in from Minnesota. What a nice stream to relax to. Well, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Please stay warm up there in cold Minnesota. I have coworkers that live there. Every time they tell me what the temperature is, I feel like hiding. The parking lot has nearly 2 foot snowbanks. Oh my God. That used to be my life. When we would get bad snow in Philly and those huge snowbanks. Oh my gosh. But I'm glad you found my stream. So glad you found it. So we're just taking a nice, leisurely, short stroll up and down a part of Tables Beach, which is located on Patrick Space Force Base here in Florida. The beach is open from dawn till dusk. If you are not out by dusk, trust me, the MPs will make sure that you are out. Okay? Nuanced Observer, hello, says Happy Three Kings Day. I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year's. I did indeed, Nuanced Observer. Hope you and Slytherin Hobbit are having a wonderful and happy Three Kings Day. I didn't know anything about Three Kings Day until I moved to Florida. I'm like, wow. That's pretty cool. I think another reason I had to get out of Orlando is because there's so many tourists. Most of them should be gone by the end of this week, but it's like my whole neighborhood got invaded. So they should be rolling out, which is part of the reason why I'm not doing theme park streams until next week. Nuance Observer says, oh yes, she's home spending it on FaceTime with her family in Puerto Rico. Jordanis, hello, says, I am so jealous. 4 degrees in Portugal, lucky you. Well, hello, Jordanis. 4 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius, either way it's cold. We are 66 degrees Fahrenheit here in Florida, this part of Florida. I think that's about 25 Celsius, I think. Hello, Island Girl. So good to see you. Happy New Year and hope you're doing well, my dear. Says, love the beach. That's my place for relaxation. Mine as well. Takes me about an hour to get here. Well, an hour to any beach on either coast. So I figured I would come out here to my favorite beach here. In a couple of weeks, I'm hoping to go to a beach on the West Coast. Probably Naples. I might go there. Jeremy Noza says we're 31 degrees here in Maine. Whew, wow. Yeah. I tell you. Oh, Celsius. Ooh. I'm an engineer by trade, so it's like I can do the conversion in Celsius, but I just don't want to. But when Europeans are giving me what the temperature is, I always ask that question. There's Wheelie Guy again. I tell you, this is why I love living here. It's like the weather is mild enough in the dead of winter to just do things you wouldn't be able to do otherwise and just relax. Hey Teresa, I see you, my dear. Good seeing you. Hope you are doing great. I've actually been listening to the Fellowship of the Ring on Audible and loving it so much. Wow, look at the lovely little beach house. Lots of beach houses and condos. They're out here as well, but not overdeveloped. It's not like it's South Beach or anything like that. It's not heavily developed. Just relaxing, you know, just being here. Island Girl says Naples is nice. Also the barrier island beaches, Longboat Key, Siesta Key, and Anna Marie Island. Yeah, Siesta Key I definitely want to visit. And I am hoping in the summer to make a trip to Key West. I think I'm gonna make that drive to Key West in the summer. I just want to be able to do that drive, honestly, because it's just so beautiful. And it kind of like key hop on the way to Key West. Do that too. Nuance Observer says, beautiful view. I would recommend Anna Maria Island near Tampa. It's my sis favorite in the area. Oh, okay. I've never been there, so I'll put that one on my list. Jordana says, Europe gets the warm ocean current from Africa, otherwise -20, LOL. Well, here in Florida, we usually get that warm current from the Caribbean, and in the winter, when it doesn't get up this far, the water is so cold. It's not icy cold, but it's cold enough. In the summer, it's like bath water. Hey, Ram Bam 3000. I see you. Says that's a very empty beach. Happy New Year, the Reina Creole. Well, thank you, Ram Bam 3000. And yes, it is a very empty beach because it is a beach that is off the beaten path. It's not a very touristy beach. You kind of have to know where you're going in order to find it. So when I worked at the Kennedy Space Center, which is right up there, you see, it's gonna look like a block, but that building right there on top of my finger, that is the vehicle assembly building at the Kennedy Space Center. So when I would work there, I would zip up and down across Merritt Island, and I would just drive. I would just have the sunroof open, and I would just drive up and down A1A. One of my favorite things to do. And happen to turn and find Tables Beach. And I'm like, this is beautiful. So there's the Canaveral National Seashore. Now that's the other beach that is really nice. A little bit more developed, but it's still nice. Canaveral National Seashore. And this is Tables Beach, which is further down. Kind of like a somewhat best kept secret, I would say. I love it because it's just so peaceful. This could probably be an ASMR video. With just like waves are crashing and the birds and all that. It's beautiful. Right, folks, I think I'm going to wrap this stream up. Yes, there I am. Here I am. Tables Beach. So beautiful here. So much fun. Oh, thank you, Island Girl. I appreciate that so very much. So very much. Appreciate the recommendations. I will have to get in touch with you. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, folks. Next Sunday, the Welcome to Florida show is back. So, of course, with all the fun, crazy. But the week after that, we will definitely talk about this beach, Tables Beach, and give you guys more information about the beach, things you can do here, how to get here, all of that cool stuff. So, again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a very, very happy Friday. And I will see you next time. Bye.